Hey, welcome back to Diablo 2 Resurrected as the Necromancer. In this episode, we are going to do just one thing in this video. This video might be a bit short, but what I want to do is I do want to go ahead and explore the pit, which I can't remember exactly where it's at. Is it over here? I can't... Yes, it's over here. Okay, so yeah, this video might be a tad bit short, because all I really want to do in this video is explore the pit. So that's what we're going to do. I want to get the experience that the pit has to give us. So if this video is only 15 or 20 minutes long, that is the case, I suppose. Let's go ahead and explore this. Let's go ahead and explore this and destroy all the enemies. What is in here? I see something running around. Oh no, it's Devilkin. It's extra fast Devilkin. That's what's here. That is what is here, huh? Oh no, it's Curse, which is also very, very scary. But not entirely unmanageable. They're just Devilkin. Devilkin by themselves are not all that scary, so I'm not all that concerned. So can you guys just get out of my face? Shadow Vex, Spectral Hit, Curse, and Extra Fast. But Cursed Devilkin are not all that scary, so I'm not all that concerned. Superior Smoke Sphere, I'll take that and sell that. I will gladly take that and sell it. Raise some of our minions back to reality, which is what we like to do. Are there any shaman anywhere? Not entirely sure. Can I kill Shadow Vex? Can I actually kill Shadow Vex myself? That would be super nice. Is there a mana potion here? There certainly is. Leave me alone there, Devilkin. I don't need to be attacked by you. It's not necessary. It's not something I want to have happen, is be attacked by you. So can you guys just leave me be? I would be super appreciative if you guys just left me alone. We have 12 blizzards, which is kind of cool. The truncheon that we have is giving us 12 level 16 blizzard charges, which is kind of cool, but I don't see myself really ever using that. I suppose we might be able to use it in, dire straits, but I don't see myself really ever using that. Because we are not a elemental type character. We are a cursing and skeletal raising type character. So that's not necessarily what we like to... Oh no! Oh no, I don't know what that... I'm not entirely sure what that aura does. I'm not entirely sure what that aura does, so I'm a little bit scared. Spine Flame. Spine Flame, very scary. I wish I knew what this aura did, because I do not know. Because I do not know what this aura does. My Iron Golem just died. Fantastic. Okay, let's back up. If we can take on these enemies slower than quickly, if we can separate out the enemies that we're dealing with, that would be super nice. Man, can my Iron Golem not die every quarter second? I would be really, really, pleased to see that he doesn't die every quarter freaking second. Yeah, so Terror is actually coming in quite useful. It's actually kind of nice that Curse is actually coming in, Terror is actually coming in this useful. It's cutting down on the amount of enemies that are attacking me at one time, which I am quite pleased about. But that doesn't mean my Iron Golem is not taking a huge amount of damage anyways. But the main problem that we're encountering is these blasted Dark Archers. These archers are causing us major issues. So can we stop with these archers? I'd be much pleased if we could calm down with these archers. Eliza, I think you're entirely capable of taking on that Dark Archer by yourself. Is it a ghostly one? No, it's just a regular one. You're entirely capable. Okay, so that's taken care of just after the longest amount of time physically possible. But hey, we were able to do it. It just took 1,000,000 years, but that's okay. Sometimes things are going to take 1,000 years. It's just the reality of things. That is just the reality of things. Now, it'd be super nice if I could actually hit enemies occasionally. That would be, super nice. But what are my chances of hitting them? 50%? Only 50%. So I'm going to have to start focusing on leveling up my dexterity so I actually have a better chance of hitting my enemies. Because otherwise... I am kind of useless, really. I mean, I'm not really useless, I suppose, but this 948 damage is not going to be helpful if I can't actually hit my enemies. So can I actually make some progress in terms of damage dealing? Let's go ahead and raise some skeletons here. There's a crowbill and field plate. I will sell the field plate. That I will definitely sell because I definitely want that. Do we need healing potions? Yes, we do. We definitely do need healing potions, so let's go ahead and take that. Get rid of this stupid Dark Archer. And now we can take on Spine Flame, now that we've taken care of most of the enemies that are around him, so this should be relatively easy to do now. I would certainly hope and like to think this would be relatively easy now, but there is no guarantees of anything, not at all. Doesn't help that he's fire enchanted, but that was relatively simple. I mean, when he was with his crowd of enemies, that was a serious pain in the neck, but right there, that wasn't that much of an issue. Okay, so that's taken care of. Healing potion, put that healing potion there. Got a full rejuvenation potion, put that there. Do I need more keys? We are full up on keys, so I don't need those. Raise a Skelly Man. And kill off the rest of the enemies that are down here. Kill off the rest of the enemies that are down here. Is there anybody else back here down here? There's a couple of Devilkin down here that must die. These Devilkin must die. There's no chance that they are going to live. Their death has been written in stone. So long and goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen. Tschüss. Alright, let's get the heckles out of here. Let's go ahead and make progress now that we've spent the past 10 minutes in the first frickin' room. So this video might wind up being longer than 20 minutes long. Who's to say? Who's to say? I mean, we're kind of taking a million years to go through this, so who's to say how long this is going to take? I have no idea, man. I have no idea. I have no idea how long this is going to take. It could potentially take 1,000 years. Who's to say, man? There's an elite archer there, which is going to prove to be an issue. That's going to prove to be a problem, so I'm going to make you guys run away. I cannot actually use terror on champion archers, which is kind of an issue for me. And my iron golem died, which is not fun for me. Let's see here. There's a flawless diamond there. Now, I just need to focus on keeping my iron golem alive, for the simple fact that, again, I am running out of money, and I do not have the money to spend on reviving both Eliza and my iron golem every 2 seconds. I just do not have the money to spend on it. So I need to try to keep them alive, if can be entirely helped. If can be entirely helped, I need to try to keep them alive. Now, it doesn't help that we're dealing with these Devilkin that are being revived by a shaman that's nearby. So that's not helping matters. But if I can keep reviving skeletons off of these corpses, I feel like we'll be okay. Okay, we got rid of the shaman. That's gonna make my life a lot easier. So can we just get rid of these frickin' archers, man? I mean, now that we got rid of the shaman, we're not going to be bogged down by as many Devilkin as we have been. So can we maybe possibly take care of these blasted archers? That would be much appreciated. Can I actually dim vision these things? No, I can't, actually. I can't actually do most curses against these champion dark archers, which is actually going to prove to be a potential problem. But that's okay. They're all by their lonesome now, which is going to be helpful for us. Them being by themselves is actually going to make it doable for us to actually kill these things, which is super nice. I'm still low on health, which I desperately need to get back as health. Raise my skeletons back, since they're dying a painful death quite regularly. Can I just kill off this... Yeah, we're just getting bogged down by freaking Devilkin. It's really that simple. We're just getting bogged down by Devilkin. That's really the main problem we're encountering right now, is Devilkin getting in our way. Eliza, if you could stay, away from the fight, I would be super pleased with you. Because the main problem one of the problems we're encountering here is that you keep running into the fray and you keep dying. So can you please not do that? I would really be happy with you if you actually just stayed away from the battle and fired from a distance and did what you were meant to do. So please, can you continue to do that? I would be much happier with you. So these Devilkin are really getting in the way. They are causing serious problems for no reason whatsoever. They're just Devilkin, but they are still causing me significant issues. And I am not a fan of them. They need to get out of my face already. They desperately need to get out of my face. I don't like them. I've never liked them. I do not like Devilkin. I don't like Fallen in general. They are hilarious little things, but at the same time, I am not a fan of them. I am not a big fan. Not a big fan of their existence. Okay, now we can raise a couple more minions here. Raise a couple more minions so we actually have something to destroy the world with. That would be super nice. That would be super nice indeed. I mean, see, basic enemies that aren't elites are relatively easy to take care of. It's when we start facing elite enemies is when we start getting absolutely annihilated. Which I suppose that's, to be expected. It shouldn't be a shock to the system or anything like that. I mean, that's the whole point of elite enemies, is to be like mini-bosses. So that's not something that shocks me necessarily. But does that make them any less scary when they show up? Absolutely not. They are still just as scary whenever they show up. It's just a Devilkin. Can you please just kill it? That's all it is just a Devilkin. It's really not all that difficult to deal with. It's just a Devilkin. Okay, I need to start making use of terror a little more often, I think, because terror is going to help us cut down on the amount of enemies that are attacking us at once. So I'm going to start trying to make some use out of terror, I think. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put terror in my secondary slot, because I feel like that would be beneficial for us. I feel like that might be beneficial for us if we put that in our secondary slot and have some of the enemies that are out in the boonies running away from us rather than attacking us. That would be super nice indeed. That would be super nice indeed if you actually just attack from a distance rather than getting right in the middle of fights and getting yourself completely annihilated in every sense of the word. I would be super pleased. Let's go ahead and raise our skeletons here. Get the skeletons back before we die a painful death at the hands of these archers. Before we die a painful death at the hands of the archers, let's go ahead and raise up some skeletons here. Really the best thing we can possibly do right now is raise our skeletons. 3 poison mages. Do we need 3 poison mages? That is the question of the hour. Who's to say? I don't think there's anything in here that's immune to poison, so I suppose I'll take poison mages. Not going to be complaining about poison mages, because you know what? Nothing here is immune to poison so far, not that we've seen. So there's that, I suppose. So there is that, I suppose. Kill off this Dark Archer before it has a chance to annihilate my face. It's not what I want it to be doing. Alright, let's raise some skeletons. Or raise a skeleton, I guess. Yeah, you guys take like a quadrillion years to kill Devilkin for some reason. I mean, do they really have so much life that it takes that long to kill them? So, Eliza is invisible for some reason. That's happened several times in this Let's Play. I'm not entirely sure what makes her turn invisible, but it certainly happens sometimes, and I'm not entirely sure why. But you know what? It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Ow. Didn't mean to take damage there. It's not necessarily what I meant to do there, is take damage. There's a Hyperion Spear. I don't need a Hyperion Spear. There's another set of enemies here. There's a camp right there, which is going to prove to be a potential problem. All right, let's go ahead and heal up. Heal up before we take on the entire world. If I can kill off this Devilkin Shaman, that'd be nice. Thank you very much. We can cut down on the amount of Shaman there are. That would be super nice. Because that seems to be what we're dealing with now, is a camp with Devilkin and Shaman. Eliza, not being able to see you is really, like, leading to issues for me, and I'm not a big fan. If I could see you, that would be super nice, because I'd be able to anticipate where you are, and I'd be able to actually, you know, save you should you need to be saved. But right now, you're invisible, and I can only look at your bow and arrow in order to figure out where you are. Which is okay, I guess, but I would like you to be visible so I know where you are. That would be super nice. So I'm just going to make it so these shaman have a mithril point. Huh. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep on raising skeletons until these shaman don't have anything to raise. To revive, I should say. Great healing potion. I'll take a greater healing potion. We'll gladly take a greater healing potion, because that is something that I could definitely make use of. Is a greater healing potion. Get out of my face, Mr. Devilkin Shaman. I want you gone. I want you gone. I used to want you dead, but now I only want you gone. Except the reality of things is that I still do want you dead. Ooh, some gold. Gladly take all of that gold, because gold is valuable. And I desperately need gold, there is no doubt. I don't need a regular spiked club, that is not something I need. Okay, let's continue on with this nonsense. So this video is already about 10 or 15 minutes longer than I had originally anticipated it would be. But that shouldn't be a shock to anybody. It's definitely not a shock to me, because I kind of that's the whole reason I wanted to do like the pit as a separate video, is because I knew it would take a million years to do. I just knew it would. So this isn't a shock to me by any stretch of the imagination. So that's the whole reason I wanted to do a separate video, is because I knew it would take a while. But hey, it's worth it, because we need the experience that we get for doing this, so I'm not going to be upset about how long this is taking or how many enemies we're fighting, because, again, we need all the experience we can get here in Hell difficulty. So let's go ahead and collect all of that delicious experience, because we definitely need all of that delicious experience if we have any hope of surviving the future acts. There's a super healing potion I do not need. Do not need a super healing potion necessarily. Not necessarily something I require to have. You silly bone warriors. Why do you guys have to exist? I fail to understand why bone warriors have to exist. You guys are just kind of there. You certainly are there. I mean, do you guys deal any kind of elemental damage? I mean, you guys are immune to cold. But does that mean you guys deal any kind of elemental damage back to us? That's the big question. I'm not entirely sure. I could not tell you, man. I certainly could not tell you. Ghost armor? I can sell that ghost armor, that's for sure. Can definitely sell that ghost armor for a decent amount of money. So I absolutely will sell that for a decent amount of money. Couple of bone warriors here that we are gonna annihilate somehow or another. It's what I like to see. is annihilating my enemies in some fashion or another. Hopefully I don't die in the process of trying to do so. Even though my mages and skeletons are dying a painful death. Let's go ahead and... Have we killed anything that I can raise my mages off of? Suppose we've killed a couple of things. So, let's use those corpses. Let's use all of those corpses to raise our lovely, lovely minions. It's what we like to see. It's what we like to see all day long. So yeah, Bone Warriors by themselves are really not all that scary. It's when you throw in elite versions of them that they become scary. Because right now, they're really not that much of a threat. Let's go ahead and raise a couple more Bone Warriors, reset the timer on them. There's a swirling crystal. I might be able to sell the swirling crystal for something. Probably, maybe. Even though Jared stones are rarely ever worth anything in my experience. Alright, so here we are over here. This was a dead end, but it was absolutely worth coming over here because we got the delicious experience points. Is there a healing potion that I can use? There's a healing potion there that I can use, which I will absolutely do so. What is over here? Who's to say? We've got Bone Warriors and Devilkin everywhere. That is what we have over here. What a shock. Eliza, I really wish you were not invisible. It's really making my life a lot more difficult, in all honesty. So if you could, like, not glitch, if you could, like, stop glitching, that would be super appreciated on my part. But I suppose it is what it is. As long as I can see your weapon, it's not a big deal. As long as I can see your weapon, it's not a big deal, I guess. So let us just destroy the world and everything inside with these Devilkin. Raise some skeletons, or raise a skeleton. Since we needed to raise a singular skeleton. Dark archers are very, very scary. I mean, it just seems like in general archers are very, very scary. I feel like I've commented on this before, but it just seems like in general archers just have a lot of life, and I'm not entirely sure why the archers of all things have so much life. But they certainly do for whatever reason, and I'm not entirely sure why. Let's go ahead and revive a couple of dark archers. I feel like that might be helpful for us. What is over here? We've got stuff over here. That is what is over here is some stuff. Stuff including Devilkin and archers, which should be relatively easy to take care of with our own set of archers. I would certainly like to think. Town Portal Scroll, I will gladly pick that up, considering we're kind of low on those right now. So I am not going to be upset about that. What's in here? Anything? Nothing. There ain't no nothing in that little hole there. And now you're on our way to level 2, which is going to be frickin' impossible. But we're going to do our best. We are going to do our best. But it's going to be damn near impossible, I feel like. So let's... I have nothing to identify. Nothing to identify, so I can just go ahead and sell this stuff. 13,000 for that, 178, 14,100. All right, very good. Very good, very good, very good. Get a little bit of money back. But this is going to prove to be insane. This is going to prove to be absolutely insane. I'm a little bit concerned that we're going to be attacked from all sides here, which is probably what's going to wind up happening. But I think we can manage somehow or another. Something has blessed aim. I don't know what it is, but I suppose we'll find out. Suppose we'll find out what it is at some point. I'm assuming it's probably a shaman, but I'm not entirely sure. I'm assuming it's a... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Calm down with your... Oh, I don't want to die here. That is the last thing I want to have happen. And super speed... Dark stalkers are going to be the death of me. There is no doubt about that. So, can we not with that? Yeah, I need to do this in such a way that my minions don't die all at once, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to do this in such a way where my minions don't die all at once. So let's try to do that, shall we? Let's try to do this in such a way where we are doing this at the center of the room, at the beginning of the room. Because if we're able to do this all at the beginning of the room, less enemies are going to be attacking us at once. So let's go ahead and try to do this like so. I feel like this might work better for us. I feel like this whole idea might work a lot better for us. So let's go with this instead. Instead of attacking everything in the center of the room and being attacked by everything from all sides all at once. So let's just go ahead and do this instead. And this so far seems to actually be working relatively well. So let's go ahead and keep up what we're doing here. Who's the elite? I actually don't know. Maybe we killed the elite already. Maybe we killed the elite already. Who's to say? Because I don't see it anywhere. So perhaps we did. But whatever the elite is, it still has blessed aim. So there's something around here that's still giving the enemies blessed aim. I don't know what it is, but there certainly is something. Demon Hide Sash. Oh, it's Blackheart the Impaler. Okay, and there's also Steel Maul. So that's going to be... that's going to prove to be a potential issue, but if we can continue to do what we have been doing, and just waiting until the enemies appear at the beginning of the room, I feel like we'll be in decent shape. So let's go ahead and do exactly that again. Let's go ahead and get everything, fight everything here in this little crack in the world, and we will be in good shape, I think. So let's just go ahead and do that. Let's just go ahead and do that. Because it's really not all that terrifying. Magic resistant, extra fast, and spectral hit, that's entirely manageable. It is absolutely entirely manageable. So let's just go ahead and take care of these things. Blackheart, you should also be manageable, extra fast or enchanted. So see you later at some point. I am not concerned with it. Okay, so this is going relatively well so far. This strategy of just fighting everything here in this little crack in the world, this seems to be an effective strategy. So perhaps we may wind up employing this particular strategy more often here in the later acts, because the main problem we encounter is that, again, we get attacked by everything all at once from all sides, and then we just die a painful death. So if we can just do exactly this and just attack things at the start of a room and cut down on the amount of enemies that are attacking us at one time, I feel like we'll be in much better shape. Alright, so let's go ahead and just take on these Devilkin now that we've taken care of the elite Dark Stalkers that exist. This should be a lot easier now. So let's go ahead and take care of this. Let's go ahead and take care of this, shall we? Let's go ahead and take care of these blasted Devilkin. Because they are here for no reason. Oh no! There's champion skeletons too. Champion skeletons as well. That's going to prove to be a problem. But they are just basic skeletons. They're not archers or anything like that, so we're not super concerned about them. Let's go ahead and open up a portal before bad things happen. Okay. I mean, so far bad things are happening thanks to these champion skeletons, but hopefully we can regain our composure. You know what we're going to do? We are going to go ahead and do exactly what we did before. We are going to go ahead and put a portal right there, and we are going to let our enemies come to us.
The order welcomes you.
We are going to let our enemies come to us. Unless my Iron Golem decides it wants to attack everything like that, which I suppose is fine. But it is what it is, I guess. So, yeah, if we're attacking everything on the stairs, I suppose that'll work out just fine, too. So let's just go ahead and do that, I guess. There's nothing that hurts us too terribly doing this, so I suppose this will get the job done. I just really wish Eliza was not invisible. I really wish she wasn't invisible. Her being invisible is leading to issues for me because I can't see her. The simple fact that I cannot see her is causing me problems, but that's okay. I have an idea as to where she is. What's a tusk sword? Huh. I can't pick up that breastplate because I'm carrying other things. So I'm going to go ahead and pick that up, remove that, and pick that up, and pick that up. I don't need these shark skin gloves, so I'm not gonna hold those shark skin gloves. It's not necessary. It is not a necessary thing to have, is those shark skin gloves. Kill off this devilkin. Make him gone. Now, is there a shaman still alive? Yes, there is. This guy. This blasted shaman is still alive. Now, you should be the last thing in here. I don't think there's anything else in here. Yeah, there are still some things in here. Okay. But this shouldn't be too awfully difficult to deal with. Just some simple enemies, some simple skeletons, and some devilkin. No champions, no elites, just some very basic enemies. So this should be relatively easy to take care of, I would think. So I'm not all that concerned. Just go ahead and kill off the bone warriors, and all will be well. And all will be well. My mages are dying, but that's okay. It's not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. I can very easily raise them back up again, which is exactly what I shall do. So that actually did not go nearly as bad as I expected it would. I was actually really kind of worried that the pit level 2 would be the death of us in every sense of the word, but actually that didn't go too bad. We were able to employ a strategy that got the job done pretty effectively. So I am quite pleased to see that went so well. I was quite concerned that we were going to die very, very often in that, because I was very concerned about how many enemies were going to show up at one time. But hey, that actually went relatively well, so very, very good. Very, very good indeed. There's another Curus there. I wish I could pick up that Curus. I suppose I am going to pick up that Curus, because it's probably worth more money than a rare crossbow. I would like to think it's probably worth more money. Now, is there anything else in here, or are we all by our lonesome? This guy is all by his lonesome. This poor shaman has nobody to revive. He's all by himself. Poor guy. The poor bastard. Whatever shall he do about being all by himself? What a shame it is. Okay, so let's go ahead and sell this stuff and call the video a success. So this video wound up being about 2 times longer than I had originally thought it might be, but that's okay. It's not really a big deal. 35,000 and 77.10 for that, 5,009 for that, 5,000, and so on and so forth. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching today's episode. I really, really hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy it. I will see you guys next time when we actually do explore the monastery gate, go to the barracks, and perhaps possibly fight the butcher. We're just going to have to see how long things take. But as always, guys, I really do appreciate you watching. I will see you guys in the next episode.